Hi, welcome, or sorry, welcome back. My name is Savannah, and this is my little crafty podcast. It is Sunday. What is it? Sunday. Sunday, December 4th. December 4th. I should have looked at 4:17 in the afternoon. I almost forgot to record this video today. It has been a very busy day. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. I do appreciate it if you are here watching my video. It means a lot. If you'd like, go ahead and subscribe. I know I don't say this very often at all, but you can go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. You know, you're more than welcome, and I know you know that, but you're more than welcome. Let's see. Today was pretty busy. We actually went to church this morning, and then we needed to do grocery shopping. And then by the time we got home from all of that, I went ahead and started laundry, and I started cleaning my son's room. Little boys' rooms, especially my son, for some reason, he just wants to keep everything. It gets really annoying. I did a lot, but I also didn't do a lot. Like, there's still a lot more that needs to be done in his room. Mostly just going through and getting rid of old toys that are just not needed, old things that aren't needed. I really want to reorganize his Lego collection. I would love to be able to. So in the past, I have like one of those tall, I think it's 10 drawers, like rolling carts from like Michael's. We have that for our Legos. And I've separated them by color, but that never lasts very long. And it also makes it very difficult for my children to find the certain pieces that they're looking for. I would really love to try to organize by piece. I don't know if I would do it by color, but I think by piece, like, a 4x4 or a 2x2 block, a brick or a plate or a brick, just pieces, similar pieces, whether it means mixing all the colors together. I don't think we have enough space to do by specific piece and by color, nor do I think we have enough. I don't know, but that's something that I would really love to do sometime soon. I think it would make it easier for them to find the pieces that they're looking for. Because unfortunately, some of their sets from when they were really young kind of just all went into those. And so trying to build a set, especially my daughter's sets, she can't find the pieces very easily. It takes quite a while. So that is something that needs to be done. But I bought a bin for my son so that the sets that he has, like in Ziploc bags, went into that bin, and then all the loose pieces went into the drawers for now. Again, not separated by color or anything, because they just kind of get thrown all together now, but that's neither here nor there. That is where my brain has been for the last hour or so. I still have to finish laundry, but I'm in the middle, I'm like in between loads, so nothing is running, so we can't hear it, thankfully. So yeah, this past week has been decent. My daughter's birthday was this past week. She turned 10. Little Stink is 10 years old. I can't believe it's been 10 years since I had my first child. It's crazy, but she's very happy. We didn't really do anything. She had school, so she went to school that day, and then I kind of like dropped the ball. Sorry, I didn't mean to rock the camera. I kind of dropped the ball when it came to celebrating her, unfortunately. So I don't like doing parties. I absolutely hate doing parties. I've done them in the past, but I really hate doing parties. It's so expensive, and this whole, what's the word? This whole thing where you have to get your guests goodie bags, I think that's, no offense to anybody who wants to do it, but I do think it's dumb. I really do. I'm going to gift, it's like participation trophies. no, we're coming to celebrate the birthday child, not give everybody gifts kind of thing. So I don't really do parties. I don't like doing them. It's mostly because it costs so much money, honestly. So I kind of just dropped the ball with my daughter. I didn't really plan anything. And I felt kind of bad. The morning of, I felt kind of bad because I'm like, wait, she's 10. That's a pretty significant birthday. 10, 13, 16, 18. Those birthdays are milestones. And so I was like, I gotta do something. So that morning of, I ordered her a cake through Nothing Bundt Cakes. I made sure to I went on Target's website and ordered some balloons so that I could get a number 1 and a 0 and hang that up. And then I also decided I wanted to get her a yard sign that just says happy birthday. And I scheduled all this for after work that day. So as soon as I was done with work, I was running all over to pick up this stuff, when honestly I could have got the number balloons at Party City as well, because that's where I got the yard sign from. The yard sign's pretty cool, so I'm saving that for future birthdays as well. But I was able to get it all set up and ready for when she came home from school. So it was really, really busy. And then she, of course, had to wait to open her presents until her dad came home. And then she was allowed to choose what was for dinner that evening. Like, we went out for dinner that evening. So that ended up going into the evening. It was really busy. It just felt like an incredibly busy day. Oh, excuse me. But she was very happy. Very happy. So that's great. And then she got some money from her grandparents. So we took her shopping on Saturday, yesterday. She requested going to the mall. She had said she wanted to buy like skincare products, makeup, and clothes. So I was like, okay, well, and she mentioned Bath and Body Works. So I'm like, okay, well, the mall's the only place that we can go kind of for all this stuff. Kind of. So we went to the mall and she wanted to go to H&M and look at the clothes there. And then she was very shocked at the prices of the clothes, so she chose not to buy anything there. And then unfortunately, Bath and Body Works, they were having a big sale that day, so the store was absolutely packed. So she decided that she did not want to wait around in there. So we walked over to Claire's and she took a quick gander around the store. Again, didn't buy anything there either. She was having a very hard time spending her money, which, to be honest, I'm kind of glad, shouldn't have a lot of money, but she had all these grand plans when she first received the money, and I'm kind of glad that she's realizing that it only goes so far. So she's like, I'm gonna wait until I see something I really, really want. Well, while we were at the mall, they had I don't know what was happening, but there was some kind of like, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know. There's a big event. There was an event happening in part of the mall, where it was nothing but a bunch of booths of people selling things. I really don't know what it was called. But at first I thought it was just like Funko Pops, because when we walked up to, go check this out, the first few tables were nothing but Funko Pops. And it was cool to look around. We also met the voice actor for the Gremlins. He was there. That was pretty cool. And then we were walking around and just checking it out. It was a lot of vintage stuff, old stuff. It was mostly toys and comics and, like I said, vintage stuff, artwork. It was different. It was kind of cool. So we're making our way around, and there was like, my husband says there's probably like 300 tables. I don't know if it was that many, but there was a lot. And again, the first main portion was all people selling Funko Pops, like all sorts of different kinds. And then this one guy, he had some really cool art. Like, he did some really cute, like, he turned like big characters in movies and TV shows and stuff like that into children, and then doing just normal children things. Like, there was a picture of a couple of Game of Thrones characters, and they were in a living room kind of playing they were sword fighting on the back of the couch or whatever. It was so cute. So cute. So that kind of stuff. And then there was like tables of vintage toys, like a lot of G.I. Joes and video games. And then there was a whole bunch of comic books. My sons found a table that was selling nothing but Godzilla things. My son is a huge Godzilla fan. He loves Godzilla and he loves Titanic. Those are like his two top favorite things ever. I don't understand why. I did not introduce him to either of those things. He somehow found those on YouTube and just fell in love. So the person who was at the table, he said that he used to live in Japan and he bought all this Godzilla stuff. And then now he's trying to just, you know, resell. And a lot of it's collectibles. Some of it's still in boxes. A lot of the little toys were in Ziploc bags. He had some movie posters and just a whole bunch of stuff. It was super cool. So my son rummaged through like the bin with all the little toys and found one he really liked, and got that. And then after a while, we were getting to the end of it. My daughter saw this Stitch doll. It's called the little tag says Hug Me. It says Hug Me on it. So I did look it up. If you go to the Kid Robot website and then click on the Hug Me like little thing, there's a whole bunch of them. But it's a giant stuffed animal. She got the evil Stitch, so it's where he's in his alien form with his little jumpsuit on. But these toys, what that happens is if you hug them or clap your hands really hard, they vibrate, like they shake. I mean, you can turn that feature off too, which she does at night, but they, you know, they're like soothing shakers. So she bought that with her money. It was $20, but she was willing to spend it. It's a pretty big, cool Stitch. She really likes it. When I was looking on the website, because I just wanted to learn a little bit more about it, they have a lot. The first one on the website that comes up, of course, is Godzilla. So I'm like, that's a possibility for Christmas. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's kind of close to Christmas already, but it's pretty cool. And they have a whole bunch of other ones. They have like the Chucky doll, Pennywise, a whole bunch of different Disney characters, Sonic characters. What else? I forgot what else. Those are the ones that come to my mind. But you can get some horror dolls. A couple different Stitches. They had like Elvis Stitch and then regular Stitch as well. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So that was Saturday. That took a while. But yeah, she the only thing she spent her money on while grocery shopping today was she bought herself a miniature Etch-a-Sketch. She looked through the clothing section but didn't see anything that, you know, she was willing to spend her money on. I think she's getting to the point where she really wants to just save her money for actually something she really wants. So I'm proud of her for that. Okay. That is all. That's 13 minutes already. I'm so sorry. So sorry for that. So let's go ahead and just jump in real quick. I have barely anything to show for knitting because I have been monogamously working on my Cosmo sweater. I did not bring the picture. I'll insert a picture of what it's supposed to look like when finished. My colors are slightly different, not by a lot, but just slightly different. But yeah, I've been just working on this thing this past week, and then I made a couple more hand warmers, which I'll show in a minute. But I'm working like crazy, and I managed to get to the sleeve split last night. So this is where I showed you last time, and I got all of that finished. And I actually, when it came to splitting the sleeves, let me tell you, I made sure that I did it at the exact correct place. Because last time I split for sleeves, I had split it right here and then on the back. Just, the sleeve split for this sweater is very different than any other sweater I've ever knit. And I've knit a lot of sweaters. Normally, you're going to split the sleeves after your beginning of round. This one was before the beginning of round. So you knit to the beginning of round, and then you slip those stitches you just knit onto whatever you use. I use what everybody calls the barber cords. I bought these on Etsy. They're just the plastic cord, hollow cords or silicone or whatever they are. Found them on Etsy for cheap. So they're not technically barber cords, but they're the same. They're the same thing. That's what I like to use for my sleeves. But yes, I made sure to do everything correctly. So casting on underneath the sweater at one point, my sweater was not connected in the round because of the way that the pattern is written. It was so weird, just so incredibly strange, but I got it done. I did steam block this top portion after I split for the sleeves. I did just a very light steam block just to see, what is it called? Smooth out my color work. It does still look, it's pretty small-esque. I do think I'll probably have to wet block this to make it grow. So that sucks, but I'll wait until it's completely done. That way, if any color bleeding does happen, all the white would be a lighter blue. I'm going to try my hardest not to let that happen, but I have a feeling it's going to happen regardless. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about this not fitting me either. I'm just come to the point in this that I'm just going to knit this. I want to see if my yarn shop wants this as a sample still and go from there. If anything, my daughter can wear it, or I can try to sell it on Etsy, right? So it's not a big deal at all. I just want to get it done. So it also does fade into the second main body color. So I got a ways to go on that. There's still more color work past the sleeve split. So I'm just going to keep going with that. Yarn is Malabrigo sock, which is 100% superwash merino. These are my colors. I'm not gonna list them all out because I don't want to grab all the tags out. I believe I have them all listed on my Ravelry project page for this. So while mine is different in color from the original, the blues, I mean, she used Madeline Tosh yarn, but my blues are kind of similar. The only thing I changed was this color at the bottom, I think. Oh, mine are more tealy as well. Like, this is one of the colors. The color I'm working with right now is like this blue. The first blue was a deep blue. But yeah, I really like this color. It's very pretty. So that's why I decided to add that one in. But yeah, and I'm just going to keep working on this as well this next week. I am itching to cast on something new, but to be honest, I have no clue what it would be. I'm still, like, in my mind when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that I should pick something that I have, like, as a kit so that I can get that out of my stash. But I'm not sure yet what I would pick. I have been purchasing a few patterns lately. Like, I purchased quite a few Friday. But I don't know if I want to start them, like, right now. So I was thinking about picking something that I have, like, a full stash of, like, whether it's I bought as a kit specifically, or if it's like a bunch of yarn that I bought for a specific pattern. I don't know yet, but obviously something from here will get picked to get started. I was debating on actually I was thinking about casting on a new pair of socks, like actual hand knit socks, not a pair that I'll crank on my machine. Because I've been seeing this pair of, Northwoods Fibers? It's a yarn dyeing company. I follow her on Instagram. I believe it's Northwoods. I'll make sure here. She recently sold a sock yarn kit that I sadly missed out, but I'm not too worried about it because I believe I have fluff that I can use for it. But it was a main skein, like a Christmas skein, and then like a white mini, and then a mini of like mohair, and then you use that mohair as the cuff of the sock. And I thought that'd be the most beautiful pair of socks to wear with my boots. Just a fluffy pair, like at the top, at the cuff, just fluff. So I think I want to cast on a pair of socks and put, I have white Surrey, like leftover Surrey. I was thinking about putting that as the cuff. Like, how fun would that be? So that might actually happen this week, now that I've actually split for the sleeves. I don't know. And there's a pair of socks by Sewlivi Design that I've been wanting to knit, but that also puts red stripes in the cuff. So that might have to, I might actually have to pick a different pair, because I do want red stripes in my cuff as well. So I'll have to probably pick a different pattern. But I've been thinking about that lately. But yeah, so I split for the sleeves. I'm gonna just keep going with this. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you about this, really. I don't think there's anything else significant I wanted to say. I'm going to go ahead and move my stitch marker down, though. If you have any questions about this pattern at all, go ahead and ask if you'd like. It is different. Look at this, though. When I was steam blocking it, I noticed this. So Malabrigo sock, 100% superwash merino, no nylon, so I don't know why they call it sock. This is not the only spot where I've had I do magic knots for my joins, usually. I've noticed with this yarn, magic knots do not stay. I've had that, it looks like that spot came undone, and then I had another spot that where the blue came undone, where I had to, because I had ripped out, so I had a separate ball of the blue, and then once that was all gone, I rejoined the main cake. It did not stay together, and I struggled really badly trying to get that back together. This is just a weird yarn. It's soft, especially once wet blocked, super soft, but it's definitely, don't use magic knot. I think the best bet would be to do just long tails and then weave in. So yeah. Okay. I added 2 more fingerless mitts to my Etsy shop this week. The pictures aren't as good as the first set because I did not go outside. It was already too dark. Just like today, it's already too dark to take pictures outside. But I wanted to show you, I guess, in person, the fingerless mitts that I made. So I have one pair of, you know what I forgot to show you? No, I showed you last week, my bear paw socks. But I made these. So I had some leftover of this self-striping yarn that I dyed 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. And it's on this Stellina base, which I think it has like, oh, I forgot how much. It's so sparkly, as you can tell here. Very sparkly. So I have one pair of these. Sorry, my throat is dry. One pair of these in the shop. Very sparkly. I believe this was my Let's Go Camping colorway 2 years ago that I dyed up. Because the sparkle was supposed to be like the stars in the sky and the sky colors. And then the next pair that I did, this is the leftover from my bear paw socks. So this is Explorer Knits and Fibers colorway, the Acadia National Park. This was the leftover from the socks that I knit for the Drea Renee, for her fall knit along challenge. But yeah, I had just enough to make one pair. So these are also in the shop. So I know these have merino and nylon and Stellina. These are just merino and nylon, 80% merino and 20% nylon. I'm sure they're superwash, both superwash, but these are in the shop as well if you are interested. I'm working on some more colorways, just taking my time. Just taking my time when I have a moment to do that. So yeah, everything is linked down below if you need to know. Sorry, my throat is really dry. This is the, if you're new here, if you're not new here, if you're returning, you would already have seen this a bajillion times, but this is the, what is it called? Miles Shirt Jacket by Ozetta. I used Estex Plautalopi, 2 strands each. Absolutely love this thing. I live in it. It is the best thing that I've ever made, and I need to make a second one. Yes. Absolutely love it. Anyways, so again, like I said, I wear this thing all the time. And it's only gotten softer with wear, which is really, really nice. I haven't even like washed it since the first time when I blocked it. But it's just, with all the wear, it's just getting so much softer. So I think that is it. I have a Yarny package hopefully coming this next week. I ordered Knit Picks during their sale. I ordered enough yarn for a skirt by Espostrico, a colorwork skirt by Espostrico. Really like it, so I decided to, I looked at the project page on Ravelry, looked through everybody's like different color choices, and there was one that kind of stood out to me. Well, there was 2, but one stood out to me that was going to be affordable, and it was through it was with Knit Picks, so I went ahead and ordered that during their sale last week. So that should be coming hopefully this week. And then my swap partner said she's sending out my Advent box that she created. Like, it's just a little 12-day one. She should be shipping that tomorrow. So we will see. Constantly have ideas in my head, but I need to get this out. It really needs to be done. So anyways, that is it. I do appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're enjoying all the Vlogmas. I've been watching so much Vlogmas. It's so nice. I did feel like with December 1st, me being so busy that day, I felt like I was gonna fall completely behind on this, because the next day I decided to start watching. I was like, oh my god, there's so much. But I think I caught up. I think I caught up. So I've been enjoying that a lot. I do feel a little FOMO, just the tiniest amount, but I'm really not going to pick up my camera and try to vlog every day. There's not a lot. I can't vlog at work because I work with children. And the little bit is, when I do come home, I'm just sitting on the couch knitting and watching Vlogmas. That's it. That's the majority. And then the weekends, my husband doesn't want to be in vlogs, so I'm not going to do that either. So I'm not too sad about it. I am also feeling a little bit of FOMO about the Advents everybody's opening, but honestly, it's okay. I have a crap ton of minis. Granted, most of them are only 12 days, like, that I've purchased in the past. They don't go together. It'd be great if they went together, because then I could do that shawl that Telly Bean Knits released. I don't know what her real name is, sorry, but she released a shawl, and I think I want to knit that. I've actually even thought about just using a 12-day Advent, and then picking like a main color to go in every other day. But I don't know. I might have to wait and see how others look, because I know one of Kate, she is knitting that shawl with her Advent, so I think I'm going to wait and see how hers looks after a while to see if doing a main color every other day would look good. But that was an idea, because I have a Bridgerton mini skein set from Forbidden Fiber Co., but I can't remember if it's 12 days, because how many kids were there? I forget, was there only 9? I don't know. And then I have my Laura Olympus set that I dyed up last year. That has 13 colors in it. So, and then everything else I have is just random minis. So, all right. I know I've talked too much. It's 30 minutes already. So yes, that is it, friends. I will see you next week. Enjoy your Vlogmas. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy whatever it is you're making. Bye.